Welcome to the Just Press Play podcast.
Update.
You were gonna look up some quotes?
I was. But I don't have to though.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to real quick.
You're going to really quick?
Is that okay?
Well, we're rolling, just letting you know. Yeah, you can look them up, that's fine. You can look them up while I do the intro here. Sound good?
Why do you do that to me every time?
Because it's fun.
You're such a dork.
You can look it
Don't
up.
tell me what I can do. You were totally going to get it. I don't know why you do this, because you know you're going to get it later on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Press Play podcast, episode number 2. I'm Mike.
And I'm Michelle. And I am not happy right this second.
Not happy with me. I'm going to open up my water here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have emptied our bladders just for this occasion.
Well, I've had a lot of water and I've had a lot of coffee, so, I mean, you know, it's expected.
This is true. I forgot to set the timer. I don't need a timer. I don't know why I was thinking about a timer. I got a counter right here. It tells me how long we've been doing this. Yeah. Enjoying your coffee there, Michelle?
Yes, I am. I love coffee.
You do.
It's like my favorite thing.
It's got that. What kind of creamer's in there?
Almond Joy. So good. Just saying. If you want some good creamer. Is it International? Yeah, International Delights. Almond Joy. Get it.
You know, you don't get paid to say that. We don't get paid at all.
I don't care. It's still good. I'm going to pimp out the good stuff. I mean, if it tastes like poop, then I wouldn't tell you to drink it.
And I am drinking Food Lion purified water.
You know what?
I didn't want another cup of coffee.
I can see how this is going to go today.
When you want good purified water, go to Food Lion.
You know where that
I think
water
it's on sale right now. It's like, what, 2 for $5?
That water's getting ready to go somewhere.
Down my throat.
That wasn't what I was thinking.
Okay, alright. How have you been the last couple of weeks?
Good.
I mean, I know how you've been, but, you know, I'm asking these questions.
Well, I know. You see
the
me
listeners.
like almost every day.
Well, this way the listeners know what's going on.
Not much. Not much is going on.
No fun stories?
No. Well, today I learned how to make fried pies. That was kind of cool.
What? High five
Because, you know, any Southern girl apparently has to get up and make fried pies.
What goes into fried pies, other than deliciousness?
Well, we did apple and sweet potato. And the dough is made from scratch, which is super awesome. So I learned how to make dough, which I kind of knew how to make dough, but I didn't know how to make excellent dough. And this was really cool dough.
So now you know how to make excellent dough.
I do.
See, I never understood that, like, when we make the pizzas. Remember when we used to make the pizza? Why you always bought the dough? Like, the first time you told me, oh, we're going to have homemade pizza, I was expecting you to make some dough because the country girl that you are, I figured.
But their dough is so much better. Well, no. Country girl doesn't do pizza dough. We do biscuit dough.
It'll work. Dough is dough.
Dough is not dough. There are different types of dough. Pizza dough is more like stretchy pants.
I'm sorry. My mind went straight to Nacho Libre on that.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta wear the stretchy pants.
It's for fun. Speaking of pants, I'm going to bring it up. Because you've been talking about them all day. You're really liking those pants, aren't you?
I am. I just got into these pants, and they're super soft, and I keep... Okay, people, I keep rubbing my butt. I can't help it. But they're really soft. I mean, you know.
Oh, yeah, no, you made me feel them. That's the first thing you like. You were like, hey, feel these pants.
Well, it's not like I forced you to feel them.
Yeah, you did. You were like, feel these pants or die.
I did not.
I feel like dying today. No.
Here's how it really went down. I said, wow, these pants feel really good. And then I turned and presented.
No, hold on. Time out.
So when I turned and presented, I was like, here, you want to feel these pants?
There you go.
And it wasn't like, feel them, like Marky Mark told him to feel them. It was more like, would you like to touch my pants? And that's how it really happened.
That is how it happened. There was some death threats, I swear.
There was not.
I have no interesting stories today. I really don't. Except for that card I lifted the other day with, all the yearbooks on it.
Yeah.
I was like He-Man with that.
He-Man.
And the Masters of the Universe! In post, I'll add some echo to that. Not really.
You're silly. Alright, so this week is 80s movies.
80s movies!
And now Mike has a notebook, like a big boy.
Notebook! Superman notebook! I don't have to use my phone anymore!
Because he could not remember his passcode. Like, he knew it, but for some reason he couldn't remember it.
I told you. I dropped my phone. I choked there. I'm sorry. When I drop my phone, sometimes when I press the numbers, it doesn't work properly. I might have to press like a number several times until my phone's like, finally, I'm going to read this. There you go.
Okay. So, I have a top 15, but I also have about 6 honorable mentions.
Good Lord!
What do you have? A top what?
I think 15. I think all I did was 15. I have some honorable mentions up here.
Okay.
Up in my brain.
So, basically, what we're going to do is we're going to go through our list and we're going to discuss them. And I'll let you go first with your list. And surprisingly, our lists are not that similar.
Really?
There are some things.
Well, do you want to, like, back and forth?
We
Like,
can
I'll
do that.
one and then you do one?
Okay. But I have mine starting top to bottom, and you have yours bottom to top, don't you?
I can reverse it. That is not a problem.
That's fine.
That is not a problem. So start with number 1.
Yes, we'll start with number 1.
All-time fave, number 1?
Yeah, but I can't commit to this numbering system. I like all the movies. They're all awesome, and it was really hard for me to put them in order. I put them in order just because I knew I had to do 15 of them, but I didn't really put too much stock into who was number 1 and who was number 2.
And see, that's what I did. That was the hardest part for me. I was like,
Oh, maybe I should have worked better on that. Yeah. Alright, well, we'll start with number 1.
Okay, well, my number 1, and this is like the all-time favorite 80s movie, so you can stop listening to the podcast right after this. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. My number 1, hold on. I lost my train of thought. I didn't write any notes on this one because I know what I'm going to say for this one. My number 1 all-time favorite, Back to the Future. Love it. It's like the greatest time-traveling movie ever.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox has always been my hero. And when I was a kid, I was like, wanted to be an actor just because of him. And Family Ties. I cried when Family Ties went off the air, which has nothing to do with this movie, but I did, only because I wouldn't see Michael J. Fox on a weekly basis anymore.
Aww.
I was sad. I was. My mom had to console me. But no, I mean, it's great. I mean, you got a DeLorean. Come on. That is like the best time traveling. If you're going to do it, the DeLorean is the way to do it. And, I mean, I've lost train of thought here. I'm just so excited about this movie. I kind of want to watch it now. And, I mean, the cast is great. It was a great story, great cast.
It was.
I loved it. And then, the To Be Continued had me, I was like, oh, there's going to be another one. Which took forever, I might add. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yours.
My number 1, Lost Boys.
Lost Boys was a good movie.
I love Lost Boys. 1, I like vampire movies. Well, not all of them, but I like a majority of them. It had a lot of good people in it. It had both Corys. And at that point in time, I couldn't get enough Corey. I was like, oh, both of them are in there? I'm good. I need 2 Corys to make my life a better place. And Kiefer Sutherland was like the hottest vampire ever.
I'm not into dudes, but yeah, Kiefer Sutherland, even to this day, is still a sexy man.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed to say that.
I watch this movie at least once or twice a year. Sometimes,
Really?
yeah, I do.
I didn't know that.
So you learn something new.
Every day.
Yeah, I do. I love it. I love everything about it. And plus, the lady that played the mom. Why can't I remember what her name is though? Diane, was it Wheaton? Whiten?
I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah. She was a mom in a couple of the movies. But I loved her. I thought she was great. But Corey Haim was awesome, and Corey Feldman was awesome. But Corey Haim was awesomer.
And I do know, because of that movie, you don't eat rice.
Oh, no. I will not eat rice because of the maggot scene, and to this day, I will not eat rice. I cannot. I can't. I tried. It doesn't go well. What's your number 2?
My number 2? Back to the Future Part 2. Come on!
Yeah, how did I not know that?
Man, I waited, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 4 years for that movie. I didn't even think they were going to ever make it. I was thinking, they're just messing with me. It's really not to be continued. They had no story. They actually weren't going to do a sequel. If you didn't know that, that's the truth. They were not going to do a sequel. They were just going to leave it at that. But yes, I enjoyed it because, the whole future scene and that, come on, who didn't enjoy that? Just wondering, is that what the future is going to look like in 2015? Which it does not, by the way, even though it's 2016, but you know what I mean. No flying cars.
Oh, but I do want to go back to the first Back to the Future for just a second.
Okay.
Because Huey Lewis.
Yeah.
I love Huey Lewis. And the music was awesome.
Yes, the music was awesome.
That's what I have to say about that.
But yeah, so those are my 1 and 2 so far, as both Back to the Futures. Your number 2.
My number 2 is 16 Candles.
Honestly, I've only watched that movie once.
Oh my gosh, I love 16 Candles.
So I don't know much about
So, Anthony Michael Hall, Farmer Ted, is what he's referred to.
it. Not while I'm drinking water.
In the movie. First off, he was so teeny, and he was so great at being a geek. He was just awesome at it.
Right.
John Cusack, young John Cusack in that movie. Plus, that one dude, what was his name? I don't remember what his real name is. But in the movie, his character was Long Duck Dong.
No more Genki my wanky.
Exactly. I love that one, and I love Dong. Where is my automobile?
I knew way too much about that movie.
Every time I watch it, I die laughing. And, every girl wanted a Jake at that point in time. We all wanted that guy that would just sweep us off our feet. Even though, I don't know, I think Jake might have been kind of a douche, really. I don't know. He might have been. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows, indeed. And plus, Molly Ringwald, who was in everything. But she did an awesome job, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Moving on. My number 3. Now this one's a far left one, because not a lot of people have heard this movie. Some have, some have not. And that's Monster Squad. Don't laugh, you watched it and you enjoyed it.
I did watch it and I did enjoy it, but I don't know if I watched it when I was younger. I think I did, but maybe I just didn't remember it.
I remember the first time I saw it, Alex had it on a VHS. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm good. I'm good on this. He had it on a VHS tape. Actually, I screwed that up. That is not my third one.
Well, it is now.
Okay, it is now. So yeah, Alex had it on a VHS tape and he'd already watched it. He said, "Oh man, you gotta watch this movie," and I fell in love with it. I love the fact that these kids are taking on these monsters, the Universal monsters, which Mummy, Dracula. Just for those of you who don't know what the Universal monsters, yeah. But and as a kid, we were like, yeah,
and the Wolfman.
Yeah, Wolfman, and Creature from Black Lagoon.
Mm-hmm.
But as a kid, we were like, yeah, we could totally do that one day. We almost started our own monster squad, but that never came to fruition. Is that right? Fruition? Rotation?
No, I think you had it right the first time.
Okay.
I don't know. You're smarter than me, remember?
I can't believe I messed up my own list. This is why I should have taken those notes.
Okay, so my number 3 is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do you have Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
I do, and that is my number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's my number 11.
Well, Ferris Bueller, that movie, I don't even know how many times I've watched. I bet I've watched it at least 100 times, if not more.
Drugs.
That is a very highly quotable movie.
It is.
And I find myself using quotes from that movie on a regular basis. Because I just can't help myself. And the cast was really good.
Interesting fact about that movie. When I was younger, before I actually bought Back to the Future, going back, my mom, I don't know what happened. She got a friend to do it, but it had Back to the Future and Ferris Bueller's Day Off all on the same VHS tape.
Ah.
So, I mean, it was like, I'd watch Ferris, and then I'd watch Back to the Future.
Well, I remember at one point in time, back in the day, it seemed like every year they were playing Ferris Bueller on TV. I can't remember which network it was. It was probably, it might have been NBC. Because, back then I didn't have anything but those 4 channels, and that's all you got. I mean, that was it. And I remember them playing it every year. It was probably either before school started or after, like, before the school year or before the summer vacation, somewhere around there. But every year they would play it, and every year I would sit there and watch it. Every year.
It's a good movie.
It is. It's a great movie.
I'm a little burpy today, and I apologize. So if you guys hear me burp. Alright, so my number 4, which should have actually been my number 3, but I screwed that one up, is Superman 2. Not Superman 1, not 3, and definitely not 4.
We're not going on 4 yet.
Superman 2.
I actually really like that one.
I mean, it was the better one. It really was. I mean, Superman fights Zod and all that. I mean, granted, they did that again in Man of Steel, but they changed it up a little bit. But yeah, that is, to me, I just love all the Superman movies. Even Superman Returns. But that's another story.
Yeah, that's definitely another story.
Because I know how you feel about that movie. I enjoyed it because it's Superman, and I have my reasons for loving Superman.
Well, don't get off track.
I'm not off track.
Stay on Superman Dose.
Yeah, I mean, I just enjoyed the storyline altogether. It was a great story.
It was. I will have to say that one was probably my favorite out of those 4, like the 4 originals, the old Supermans. That was my favorite one.
Now, there were some things wrong with it, but I hadn't watched it in a while, so I don't want to.
Yeah. My number 4, which is weird. My number 4 is Batman. I love Batman. I'm just gonna put that out there. I love Batman. Everybody knows it. You still love and accept me for that, so thank you for that one.
You're welcome.
So everybody has their Batman. Michael Keaton is my Batman. I love Michael Keaton. Well, I love Michael Keaton anyway, but Batman, he just was awesome. He was an awesome Batman and an awesome Bruce Wayne, and most of the time you don't get one, or you get one or the other. You don't get them both, and I think he was good at both of them. And plus, Jack Nicholson, come on. I mean, he was an awesome Joker.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
It's just something about his portrayal of the Joker, which I thought was just awesome.
Well, he was great. I don't care. I will fight anybody, seriously, to this day. Who's like, oh, Heath Ledger. No.
No, Jack Nicholson, man.
Thank you. I mean, Heath was good. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't that good, though. He does not top Jack.
And plus, the soundtrack, Prince. Party Man. Oh my gosh, I love Party Man. That was probably my favorite one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you should go listen to that.
You know what? I will put a link to it.
Yeah. Okay, so if you want to know where it is in the movie, I'll tell you. It is at the part where the Joker and his cronies are going in and destroying the museum. Party Man is the song playing in the background, in case you didn't know that.
Party Man.
And it's an awesome song. And I remember the bat dance. Oh my gosh, I think I wore that out. And I think that when like we'd go skating and stuff on the weekends, they would always play Bat Dance. I don't know what it was about that. But it's basically just the Vicky Vale and the Scream, but it was just Bat Dance. I mean, it was just the music. There wasn't really anything going on other than that.
Vicky Vale.
I remember it was like, yes, Vicky Vale. Stop the press.
That takes me back to, remember in Chuck when they did,
Yeah.
Vicky Vale. Which is also, that's a different, now, we won't go into that. So what were we, number 5?
Yes, number 5.
Number 5. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It is. I mean, as a kid, I was blown away by the fact that you had this live-action movie with cartoons.
But you know, thinking back on it, why was I watching that when I was a kid? There's a lot of stuff in there that I shouldn't have been watching.
There was. We watched him play patty cake. Woo! And anytime Judge Doom, I mean, well, not anytime, but when he turned into the, oh man, that scared the crap out of me.
I know, the eyes.
Oh, and he talked just like that.
Yes, and then the eyes would shoot out those little dagger things. Yeah.
And I was like, and for the longest time I didn't realize that was Doc Brown. I was like, why do I know that voice?
It was the hair. The hair is what gets you off there.
Yeah. I was like, I feel like I know this guy somehow.
So my number 5 is going to be surprising. Poltergeist.
Okay.
Poltergeist was the first scary movie that I actually got to see. And I actually snuck to watch it with some of my older cousins. And it scared the crap out of me. I was like petrified. And that cemented the fact that I hate clowns.
You do. You hate him with the fierce.
And you know the thing that gets me is the movie was not centered around that clown. It was only like that one scene. But that is the movie where I was like, clowns? I'm done.
You done with clowns?
But I have a story about the clowns.
Okay.
But you've heard the story, but everybody out there has not heard the story. So, when I was younger, I had a clown that would sit on the edge of my bed. It was on the end of the bed. And after I saw that movie, I was like, oh, heck no. That thing's not sleeping in the bed with me. So, I'd go and put it in the closet, and I'd close the door. Somehow, my mom would come in the middle of the night. I did not know this at the time, but she'd come in the middle of the night, get out of the closet. I don't know why. Got it out of the closet and put it on the end of the bed. I'd wake up in the morning, this clown would be sitting there staring at me. And I was like, what the crap happened? I know I put it in the closet. This went on for about a week. And finally, I was like, forget this. So, she had gotten a bag full of Goodwill clothes or something. I put that clown at the very bottom of that bag. I mean, I got in the bag and just put it at the bottom. And finally, like, I don't know, years later, she told me, she's like, oh, I got it out of the closet because I thought you couldn't sleep with that. I was like, no, that was not helping. That was not helping at all.
I thought maybe she was messing with you.
No, she actually, my mom doesn't, I mean, she was actually genuinely thinking I could not sleep without that.
Well, you seem to be, I mean, did she not come in there and be like, oh, she's sound asleep, but she needs this clown.
I know.
She's not sleeping well.
Why did you go in the closet?
Oh my goodness. What are we, 6? Is this number 6?
Yeah, number 6.
Number 6. Little Monsters.
I like Little Monsters, but that's something I can watch occasionally. But back in the day, I used to like binge watch it. I'd watch it over and over.
I had to Google it because I wasn't sure if it came out in the 80s or early 90s, but 1998. Oh. 89, excuse
89.
me. 1989, there we go. Came out in 1989, and I remember I watched it in California. It was like one of my first trips back. I watched it in California, and my uncle watched it with me. And I remember we were driving down the road one day. I think we were going to go get something to eat, and he just pulls the car over, reaches over, grabs my nose, and he's like, thought it was some good, but it's snot. I can't believe I remember that, but I was like, it freaked me out. I was like, what are you doing? But he made me laugh. Now I know where I get my humor from. That's from him.
What's my number 6?
Yeah.
Is Pretty in Pink.
You know who's in that
Okay,
movie.
well, hold up before you get too excited.
Okay, I'll hold up.
Okay, so first off, John Cryer pretty much stole that movie. He was super awesome in it. And I love the scene where he's in the record store dancing. That's like my favorite scene. And, you know, Annie Potts was actually really great in that movie. And I don't know if she realizes how awesome she was.
She was in that movie?
She was.
I wasn't paying attention to her.
Okay. She was the manager of the record store. And of course, Molly Ringwald was in it.
She was in every 80s movie.
She was. And Andrew McCarthy was in it. And he was pretty cool too. And now we're going to talk about your man crush, James Spader.
I love that man.
Oh my gosh. He had like the most awesome hair. And he is just, he was so awful. He was so mean.
He was. But he played it well.
Yeah, he did. And I remember Andrew Dice Clay was in it because he was the bouncer at the nightclub. And the scene that just jumps out is him and John Cryer sitting outside the nightclub eating out of the barbecue Lay's chips, the old Lay's chips bag. You know, like the orange one with the checker pattern. Oh.
Can we talk about James Spader again?
He had awesome hair.
He did.
But he was so mean. I think the reason that he was mean is because he wanted her because she didn't want him. And then he got all mad when Blaine is the one that ended up with her. I know it's a horrible name. I still think that maybe her and Ducky should have hooked up. But, you know, what do I know?
It is what it is.
It is. I didn't write it, so.
Number 7? We're on number 7 now?
Mm-hmm.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Ooh, yeah.
You see, here's why I like it. Because they're losers. And I am a sucker for losers winning in the end. And I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. And it taught me stuff without cramming it down my throat.
Oh, Keanu.
Like Caesar is a salad dressing dude. and there's a train. I wonder if that's big enough. No, there's not a train in the movie. There's a train in the background. And George Carlin. Mm-hmm. And I mean, come on. He was hilarious in that too.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's pretty... I just wrote down little things, just small things, why I liked them.
Is it my turn again?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Alright, my number 7 is Heathers. Heathers was my first rated R movie. And, yeah, it was my first rated R movie I saw. My grandma did not know it was rated R when I begged her to rent it. And I think I was probably maybe 13 when I watched it. Or something like that, but... I was like, I gotta see it. Christian Slater's in it. I'm gonna marry him. I gotta watch this movie. It's gonna be so great.
Hold on.
I was gonna marry everybody, by the way.
You were 13 when you first saw when you watched your first rated R
It was
movie?
either 13 or 12.
Wow.
I was sheltered.
Yeah. I can't tell you how old I was when I first watched my first rated R
Well, that's the
movie.
only one I remember. I mean, there might have been some I watched beforehand, but that's the one I remember. If you've never seen Heathers... You got to. But don't watch it if you're easily offended or if you don't like dark comedy. But if you're not easily offended and you like dark comedy, you got to watch it.
It was a good movie. I think you made me watch it and I enjoyed it.
I did make you watch it. There's a lot of lovely quotes from that movie that I'm not going to get into. But after you watch it, you'll probably be quoting them. But the gist of the movie, if you haven't seen it, because a lot of people have not seen Heathers. They should, but they haven't. There are 3 girls. Their name is Heather, and they are just the cream of the crop in the school. But they know it, and they're really evil. And Winona Ryder is in with that group. And basically, the movie is a power struggle between them. And then Christian Slater shows up and wreaks havoc.
So it's kind of like Mean Girls before Mean Girls.
It's like the original Mean Girls. I think that's kind of where Mean Girls and some of these other movies came from. Because yes, Heather, the main Heather, was like the Regina George of that time.
Right. I lost count of what number we're on.
We're on the 8.
Number 8, and it was on today on VH1. Ghostbusters. Is that mine? Oh wow, it can wait. It is Ghostbusters. Great movie. Funny. It's Ghostbusters. What more can I say about it?
Yeah, well, since Ghostbusters is one of my honorable mentions, I'll go ahead and talk about it.
Okay. It's the reason, hold on really quick. I don't like Marshmallow because of this.
Okay, well, I love the Marshmallow Man. I think he's adorable.
He was trying to kill them!
But he was so cute about it.
No! Did you see that face he made?
Well, you can't be perfect.
If anybody's cute, it was Slimer.
Yeah, Slimer was okay. But Ghostbusters was good. It was just super scary fun without being super scary.
I didn't think it was super scary.
No, but I mean, some of the subject matter was depending on what age you were when you watched it.
I was young when I watched it.
So, but I like Ghostbusters.
An honorable mention to Ghostbusters 2. I'm going to just throw that out there right now, which I did enjoy that one too. So it was a tough one because I wasn't sure if I wanted the original or the sequel. But, you always got to go with the first one sometimes.
Sometimes.
Except my Back to the Future choices. All right, you're number 8.
My number 8 is Dream a Little Dream. Yeah, I'm back to the Corys again. It's a really good movie.
It is. No, I enjoyed that movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it.
It's one of my favorite movies. I don't own that at this point in time, and I need to get that fixed.
And she's looking at me.
Yeah.
Like, you rectify this right now.
Be like, yeah, why don't you buy me this movie? The love story in the movie is just beautiful. And I like both the Corys, as you can see, because there's probably another movie on here with them in it, maybe. But I do... No, actually, they're not. But I do love the movie. The story was great. Corey Haim didn't get as much... Here's what I'm thinking. Corey Haim got the better story in Lost Boys. Mm-hmm. Corey Feldman got the better story in Dream a Little Dream.
Do you think they worked that out? It's like, well, you had Lost Boys. You had the better story in Lost Boys, so this one's my go.
Yeah, I think that what it called for was Corey Feldman's type of acting. And plus, Corey Haim had, in the movie, Corey Haim is using a cane and wearing a cast. He had actually broken his foot not too long before the movie had actually started filming.
I didn't know that. You taught me something.
Yeah, so that was actually just something that was in there after the fact.
Okay. Number 9, right?
Mm-hmm. Number 9.
The Three Amigos. Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Martin Short. That's all I have to say. Seriously. That is all I'm going to say. How can you not like the Three Amigos? I'm sure there's somebody out there, but I don't like those people. I don't want to live in the world where people don't like the Three Amigos.
Alright, so my number 9...
Uh-oh.
I wanted it to be Beetlejuice, but it did... But Beetlejuice ended up being my honorable mention. We'll get to that later. My number 9 is Raising Arizona.
Okay.
I love it. It makes no sense. It's very, I didn't really know what was going on all the time when I watched it when I was younger. But for some reason, I loved it. And Nicolas Cage, not overacting, surprisingly. He was actually really good in it.
Well, see, he didn't start the overacting until, recently.
But sometimes that movie called for it, but he was just so laid back.
I kind of wish we got that. We can have that Nicolas Cage back.
Yeah.
The laid back one.
I agree.
Oh.
Holly Hunter, which normally I don't like her as much because I don't like the way she talks. It's something with the mouth.
She kind of talks out of the side of her mouth.
Yeah. But I did like her in that movie. And that's another one. If you haven't watched it, watch it. Raising Arizona is an awesome movie, and it doesn't get all the respect it deserves. It's an awesome movie. John Goodman's in it. And I think is it a Farley brother?
No, not a Farley, but Coen Brothers.
Coen Brothers, yeah.
Which Goodman was pretty much in every Coen Brothers movie.
Because he was in that, and then that other guy was in it. He's been in some of them too. And then Tex Cobb guy, he was at the end of it. He was the motorcycle guy. And basically that is this couple was barren. And this other couple had 6 babies. And they're like, hey, let's go take one of theirs. They got plenty.
They're not going to miss a kid.
Yeah.
Can we have one of your babies?
Turns out they did.
Oh, who would have thunk it? That's what I said, thunk.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, my number 10. The Neverending Story.
Yes. It was so sad, though.
It was, and the story behind the first time I saw it, it was on I can't remember which family member of mine sent it to me. It was a bunch of Disney movies and the Neverending Story on it. That's how I watched a lot of my movies, just whatever they sent me. And I was like, okay, let me watch this. And I fell in love with it. I love the idea of this book that, puts you kind of right in the middle of it. I enjoyed it. And the special effects, for its time, were actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but oh my gosh, though. That movie just ripped my heart out with the horse. Oh gosh.
Swamp of Sadness. Was it Swamp of Sadness?
Yeah, I think. It made me sad. I know that much. Oh my gosh. That movie.
Was it Artax? I think that was something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. I know the little dude's name was like...
Atreyu.
Yeah. My number 10 is Princess Bride.
Inconceivable!
Oh my gosh. Princess Bride is like the best. I feel like every day is a day where I'm all about Princess Bride.
I think you could mention it at least. I've heard you mention it at least once or twice a day.
Yeah. That's why, like, sometimes you ask me to do something and I'll say as you wish.
Yes.
So.
It doesn't happen often now.
No.
A lot of times it's, do I have to?
Like, I don't want to go to the store. I just got home. I don't want to get dressed again.
I get that a lot. I don't want to go to the store.
I don't want to.
I love the grocery store. Always there.
Well, yeah, we're there every day. I mean, people know us now.
Yeah.
They know what we get, too.
I go to the Food Lion. That's where I get the purified.
Oh my gosh. Please.
They're not paying me. All right. Moving on. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
11 is next.
11? Ferris Bueller.
Oh, yes.
I enjoyed it. It was a great movie. I know I'm not saying much on these. I apologize. But I wanted to be Ferris. I really did. I wanted to be Ferris.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to be Genie.
No. Why would anybody want to be? And nobody wanted to be the principal. Because you know what he did in real life? I'm not going to go into.
Yeah, but let's not do that. But yes, at that point in time, well, I always thought he was kind of creepy. Because he was the dad in Beetlejuice.
He was.
Alright.
But I wanted to be Ferris, but I also kind of wanted to be Cameron a little bit. Because I liked Cameron.
I feel like I have some Cameron tendencies sometimes.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a good balance, you know. I mean, it's like Cameron didn't want to do this, but he did it anyway.
I'll go.
He's going to keep calling me. He'll keep calling me. You know what? This is ridiculous. I'll go. When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
But Ferris's girlfriend, I can't remember what her name is. Simone. It was Simone.
Did she do anything after that movie?
She did a little bit of something, but I don't remember what it was.
You remember the TV show? Did you ever watch the TV show?
Yeah. I watched it a little.
I was excited about the show, and then because it came on, it premiered right after Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Oh, Ferris Bueller.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, a lot. A lot could go wrong.
A lot did go wrong.
Yeah. And at that time, I was like, I doubt Fresh Prince is going to last, but because I was younger, I was like, Ferris Bueller, that's the ticket. This is going to be a hit. I was wrong.
You were definitely wrong. My number 11 is Dirty Dancing.
Now
Because, one, her name was Frances. And I didn't get a whole lot of people's name was Frances. But I do have a story about Dirty Dancing.
Okay, go for it.
So I watched it with my two older cousins, Shelly and Elizabeth Ann. One of you or both of you may be listening. And I was probably about 11. I think it was about 11. And we were watching it. And the part where Patrick Swayze gets out of the bed and you can see his butt, they kept rewinding it. And I was like, come on, guys, it's just a butt. I gotta go. I want to watch the rest of the movie. And they're like,
Time out. Where'd you have to go?
I don't know.
You were like, I gotta go.
I mean, I had to go play Barbies. I don't know. I had to go do something. And so they were like, you'll understand when you get older. And they were right. But at that point in time, I was like, golly, why we gotta watch this butt again? Oh, boy butt, gross. I mean, that's kind of how it was. I was like, oh.
It wasn't boy butt, that was man butt.
I'm like, I don't want to see his butt. Gross. But we kept looking at it.
Fast forward years later, Michelle's rewinding it over and over.
Like, you gotta watch this part right here. There's a butt.
And now her niece is like, I gotta go. Come on.
I gotta do stuff. A very important date.
You never know. Alright, my number 12. I haven't watched this one in a while, but as a kid, I loved this movie, and it was Flight of the Navigator.
Yes.
It was a creepy movie for a Disney movie.
We watched that not too long ago, didn't we?
I think we did. We
Yeah.
might have. I thought it was, about a year ago?
About a year ago.
Okay. But it was kind of creepy as a kid, you know. Here you are, you're just this little kid, you fall down, and next thing you know, you've been abducted by aliens and brought to a different time.
Yeah, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy. It's like, that's the story you're going with?
Why not?
And it has one of, I'm not going to say one of your favorites, but I'm going to say one of your favorites. Sarah Jessica Parker was in it.
Yes.
She went to a Twisted Sister concert.
Yeah, Sarah Jessica. Well, at that point in time, I mean, I thought she was all right, but it wasn't until Sex and the City that I was like, oh gosh, Sarah Jessica Parker's like super awesome, and I don't care if her face looks like a foot.
It does. It looks like a foot. Seriously, people, take a picture of Sarah Jessica Parker's face, draw a foot, and you'll see. Draw around her face. It's going to come out as a foot. You have to put the toes, but still. All right.
My number 12 is still Magnolias.
Okay.
I'm going to need a moment on this one. No,
First off,
no.
Okay, I was going to say, you keep it
Not
together.
that kind of moment.
All right.
I love this movie. And even though I know what's going to happen, because I watch it repeatedly, I cry even though I know it's coming. I'll cry before it happens because I know it's on its way.
As soon as the credits roll, she's crying.
No, not as soon as the credits roll, but it is something. And I do quote this movie quite a bit. It's kind of like, if you can't say something nice, then come sit over here. Because that's me.
Yeah.
And there's another one. Oh, when I see someone that isn't wearing a girdle, that should be wearing a girdle, like, it looks like two pigs fighting under a blanket. And I've just come to the realization that as I get older, I'm going to be Weezer. It's just going to happen. That's going to be me.
You're going to be Weezer?
I'm going to be Weezer. Not that kind of Weezer. Oh. So I'm giving you a heads up. That's what's going to happen.
Fair enough. Number 13, right?
Yeah.
Number 13, Friday the 13th. Wait for it. Part 6.
Which one was part 6?
That was part 6.
I know, but was that the one with the kid in the tracksuit? The kid that was on Different Strokes?
Now the world don't move. Damn it.
Was it?
Excuse me. No, because that's when they were at the, that's part 5, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
When they were at the home?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, this
it's hard to keep up with them.
Yeah, this was right at, I think part 5 was when they were at the home.
It's before he went to Manhattan.
Right. So, yeah. This is actually the first slasher film I ever saw, and it scared me to death. The only saving thing about it, and even though I knew he didn't do it, it's still, like, in my mind, like, when I get older, he's going to get me. But Jason never killed kids. He never messed with kids. So I was like, I know he doesn't kill kids.
Which is why Tracksuit made it in that one.
Right.
That I can't think of what it is.
But it's still, like, in my mind, I was like, he's still going to kill people, and he might kill me when I get older, because he can't die. But no, a lot of people are probably like, boo, part 6, no. No, part 6, because it was my first slasher film.
Well, you know, that's okay. Oh, my 13 is Peewees Big Adventure. I can't help it. I love Pee Wee Herman. I still love Pee Wee Herman. Because if you're on my Facebook page, you see that every once in a while, I'll just take something that Pee Wee shared and put it on my Facebook wall because I love Pee Wee Herman. Paul Reubens first is awesome. And even though my mom didn't want me to like Pee Wee after his little incident, which I didn't feel was a big deal. I mean, where he was, I mean, hello.
That's what you do there. I'm sure everybody was there, but because of the fact that he's Paul Reubens.
It's not like he was, just out in the open.
Right.
But Pee-wee's Big Adventure. One, it's a Tim Burton movie, and I love Tim Burton. I think Tim Burton makes beautiful movies as far as the look of the movies. And I think that it's just a funny movie. I like that when he goes in, when the pet store's on fire, but he gets all the pets, but he doesn't want to get the snakes.
He's like,
But he does, he gets them. He goes and gets them, but he's like, got the snakes in his hand, he's like, and then he just kind of falls down.
It took him a while to get to he kept looking at him, I remember that. He was like, I'll come back for you.
I know, but it's funny. And the tequila song, oh my goodness. I had to watch that yesterday.
Okay. I have to change my, what is it, 14?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to change my 14 because the one I wrote down, I realized, did not come out in the 80s.
Ah.
I just realized that. It came out in 1990.
Oh.
Bad Mike. So I'm going to go with Young Guns. The first one, not the second one. Because Young Guns 2, which I originally had wrote down here, didn't come out until 1990. I forgot about that. So Young Guns. It was... Now, I watched 2 first. And so I had to watch the first one.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, movie is better than that second one. Which I did enjoy the second one. But what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, okay. We gotta hurry this along. I'm gonna tell. Shout out to Pete.
Yeah, I might just have to go do that in just a second.
We did that before we started.
Dude, 2 cups of coffee and 2 bottles of water.
He was like, I need another cup of coffee.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so Young Guns, it was one of the first Westerns that I ever watched. I was never a big fan of Westerns, with the exception of one other one that I'm going to mention on the next list. But yeah, I enjoyed this. And Emilio Estevez. I was a huge fan of Emilio Estevez back in the
Mighty
day.
Duck Man himself.
Yes. Your turn.
My 14 is The Breakfast Club.
Is that no?
Yeah, that one. I like The Breakfast Club. Molly Ringwald again, and Anthony Michael Hall, and Emilio. Yeah, he was in that. The Mighty Duck Man himself.
Yeah.
The story is really great. And the cast just worked so well together.
They did.
And Judd Nelson, come on.
He was on Psych.
Yes. They all were at one point in time, were they just about?
Emilio was the only one.
Yeah.
He was the lone holdout. It's like Emilio was like, nah.
I'm busy.
I'm busy doing stuff, which he directs movies now, so.
Well, big whoop-de-doo.
Okay.
Anyway, Breakfast Club was just a really good movie.
It was a very good movie.
And something about that time frame, and those movies, the ensemble cast, those teen movies, were just really good. Those teen movies were really good without having to be really raunchy. I feel like the teen movies now are just trying to out-nasty themselves, and those movies actually had a heart and they had a good story, but they still kept you interested.
Right.
I sound like an old person just now.
John Hughes, right?
Yeah.
Well, my number 15 is also a John Hughes movie. It's a weird one.
What you got?
Weird Science.
Yes. I love Weird Science.
It was a very weird movie. But I mean, it's one of the first sci-fi movies that I remember watching. And this is, that was right after Back to the Future. But, yeah, I enjoyed it. The fact that these guys took a doll and that smart to figure that, no way. It was, to this day, it's unbelievable, but as a kid, I was like, that's all it takes is a computer and a phone.
That's not all it takes.
Some pictures to scan.
But I love the part when they get drunk and they're talking about being knees in the nuts.
She gave me in the nuts, man!
In the family jewels. Right, the family the juice.
Excuse my language. I apologize. And it was also the first time I ever saw a bra.
Oh.
My first encounter with a bra on TV was them wearing them on their heads. And here's an interesting fact.
I was wearing them at that point in time, so it wasn't new for me.
This is just an interesting fact. I googled this. It is from Wikipedia. And Ian Mitchell Smith, who played Wyatt, he is now a staff writer for Forces of Geek.
Okay, well, you're going to have to fill in some space.
What? You're going to just go pee? Okay,
dude, I got
to go pee.
Gosh. So you have to talk about stuff, and I'll be back. I heard.
And I read them the ingredients of...
I hope everybody didn't just go away because of those two things.
So right now, I'm going to...
Okay, my number 15.
Number 15 of mine
is Purple Rain.
Water.
Don't do that. No.
I'm gonna. Ingredients. Purified water. Wow, okay. That was quick.
I love Prince. And I know that his passing, a lot of people are getting on the Prince bandwagon. I am not one of those people. I have loved Prince from a very young age. Well, when I was allowed to listen to Prince. Because once again, I was sheltered.
Some of his songs are dirty.
Yes. But I love Purple Rain. I love the movie. Yes, the acting's not the best.
It is a good movie. I enjoyed it.
But, yeah, I had you watch that, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I loved all the songs that were in it. And plus Morris Day and the Times. Come on.
Morris Day and the Time. I had to censor myself.
I mean, come on. But I love that movie. And like I said, I'm not just getting on the wagon. I've been on the wagon for a while.
I know.
Yes, and Brittany, if you're listening, you saw me write this list, so you know I wrote it 2 weeks ago.
Nobody saw me write my list. Nobody pays attention to Mike at work.
So, now we're getting to the honorable mention portion of our program.
Okay.
So do you have any, or do you want me to go through mine and then you come back with yours?
Oh, no, my only honorable mention was Ghostbusters 2. That
Are
was
you kidding? That's it?
That is it.
Wow.
That's the only honorable mention I have. Actually, no, I got a couple. Now that I'm thinking about it, I've got another one that's an honorable mention. Go ahead.
All right, well, my first one is Secret of the... Is it NIMH?
I guess. I don't know. I've never watched the movie.
You've never seen that?
Nope.
Holy crap, we totally have to watch that today. You need to get on that.
Don't tell me what I have to do.
Please.
Maybe.
Okay. So, it's a cartoon. And it was... Okay, first off, this cartoon was super scary. And for some reason, I really liked it back in the day. What did we watch back in the day? Because a lot of this stuff, I'm like, why was I watching that? But this is... this movie used to freak me out a little bit. Some of it freaked me out. But I loved it. It's like, I loved it. I loved being scared, I guess. I don't know. Because I was a weirdo. But,
you still are. But
yeah, I mean, it's just a really... Aww. But it's a really dark story, but I loved it. But I shouldn't have been watching that when I was younger. Where were my parents?
I don't know. For somebody who didn't see their first R-rated movie until you were 13.
But see, this was a cartoon, so I guess they thought that was cool.
Cartoons are okay.
Yeah, that and the Black Cauldron. Oh my gosh, that was scary too.
Never seen it.
Oh my gosh, what is up with you?
I didn't care for a lot of those movies back in the day.
Well, you'll like them now.
Okay.
Beetlejuice is an honorable mention. I'm surprised it's an honorable mention because I basically have that movie memorized. I mean, I love that movie. I love everything about it. I watched it again last night just because I felt the need to watch it. I like the music in it. Winona Ryder was great. She was good. Gina Davis was good. Alec Baldwin was surprisingly good because sometimes I'm like, ugh, Alec Baldwin. But
Alec Baldwin.
Like, nah, I don't want you.
Alec Baldwin.
And that one dude, was Robert Goulet in there? I think he was. I think he had a little part. And I don't understand what you're telling me. 5 minutes?
Yes.
5 minutes left?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm not going to be done in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. We're going to go over today. That's fine.
Now you got me off my train of thought. Stand By Me. Oh, I lied, because that movie does have a Corey in it. But it's not the two Coreys, it's just one Corey. Feldman. Great movie. Kiefer Sutherland was in that, too.
He was it.
And River Phoenix. Oh my gosh, did I love some River Phoenix. I was going to marry him, too. Because, I was going to marry everybody. I didn't understand that you were only supposed to marry one person.
Them's the rules.
I mean, at that point in time, I was like, I'm going to marry him, I'm going to marry him, I'm going to marry him.
It's okay if, you know what, I'm never going to go there.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah.
But that movie's great. They're going to look for a dead body. And little chubby Jerry O'Connell. He's so cute. He's going to squish his face.
But don't act like you didn't dismiss him back in the day. Like, eh.
Oh, no, I'm talking about River Phoenix.
Yeah.
He was the only one that existed in that movie. I was like, oh, it's a River Phoenix movie. And everybody else was just background. Even Corey was background. And I loved Corey at that point in time. And I was like, nope, River Phoenix. I'll take 2, please.
Corey had some good hair in that movie.
He did. And
his
I
glasses?
Yeah. And Will Wheaton.
Wheaton!
Yeah, Will Wheaton. He was great. I will never forget the leech scene. I didn't even have that. I don't have that kind of junk, but it still bothered me.
It bothered me. You know, when we used to go swimming down at the river when I was younger, that's like the first time I went in there, I got out, and that's the first thing I checked.
Yeah, I mean, is that like an epidemic? I mean, maybe it's... Alright, we're not getting into that. Maybe it's like the blood circulating in the heat. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know. Gremlins.
Gremlins was a good one.
Corey Feldman was in that too.
I see a pattern here.
I didn't realize it until just now. Yeah.
He's in the next one too.
Gremlins. Okay, first off, the Gremlins were so cute when they weren't like...
And they were the Mugwais?
Yeah,
Mugwais?
the Mugwais or whatever.
Mugwai.
What was the one? Gizmo.
Man, if you could see the look I gave her just now. Everybody listening to this podcast probably just yelled Gizmo.
Okay, well, join in. It's Gizmo was so cute. So
what's happening?
I knew that. I thought that. Oh. It's a high five to happen right now.
The next one is... Hold on. The next one is Goonies.
Which has Corey Feldman in it.
It does, and I just, yeah.
Are you trying to... I think you were secretly in love with Corey Feldman.
I secretly was, but I preferred Haim. But for some...
Not by your movie choices.
Yeah, I guess not.
Your movie choices.
I just learned something. Yeah, I wrote down, seems like a lot of Corey Feldman movies on this list. At least I didn't put License to Drive on there, which I did like that one too. But Goonies was awesome. Because who doesn't want to go get treasure?
I know. John Aston was in it too. Come on.
Yeah, he was.
Can I do the truffle shuffle?
Yeah, do it.
All right, hold on, let me stand up and do this.
Do it.
I just did the truffle shuffle.
You did, and it was so awesome. I enjoyed that. And we've already talked about my last one. My last one was Ghostbusters.
All right.
So.
All right, I'm going to be quick with my honorable mentions.
Okay.
Some of them that you have I do like. Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. I forgot about that one. That was the good one.
Okay, I haven't seen it. But you know how I feel about Star Trek. But you kind of turned me around a little on it. But you said that we were gonna watch it, but we never did. Yeah, I'm calling you out on that.
Okay, I'll make you watch that one. The first one was boring. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it's like...
Do I need to watch the first one?
Not really. No.
Okay.
No. But yeah, Star Trek II, Wrath of Khan. Man, I've lost my train of thought now.
Sorry.
There was one that was like, tip on my tongue. Oh, Big Trouble in Little China. I think that came out in the 80s. Or is that the 90s? Google that.
I'm going to Google
If that
it.
came out in the 90s, I take that back. I retract that.
All right, well, you think of something else while I'm looking that up.
Well, actually, you list a lot of them. Goonies. I enjoyed the Goonies.
Tell me how much you love the Goonies. Wasn't that the best?
It was. That's actually... I think the first time I saw that, I was still living in California.
86.
86. Yeah! Big Trouble in Little China. Honorable mention. Kurt Russell. He played Jack Burton.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty cool movie.
Another one Alex made me watch as a kid. He was like, you gotta watch this movie. This is a great movie. I was like, it is a great movie. This is great.
Like, you are correct, sir.
Karate Kid.
Oh my gosh, how do we forget Karate Kid?
I'm throwing that out there. Karate Kids 1 and 2.
Oh, wow. How did we miss those?
And you know what? I feel bad because I'm kicking myself on that because as a kid, I loved those movies.
I did too.
Oh, Daniel-san. Second one was my favorite, though.
Oh, I got so mad when the douchey blonde guy, what was his name?
Probably Blaine.
He was the bad guy. His name's not Blaine. But you know, he was a bad guy in another movie too.
Yeah, he was like the go-to bad guy.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
We need a douchey blonde. Get that guy from Karate
Johnny.
Kid.
His name was
Johnny.
Johnny.
Did you just Google it?
I did, because that's
Google
what I do.
That is what you do.
I'm totally Googling stuff. No, actually I went on IMDb, because, you know, that's my go-to.
It is. But no, the second one was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I like the first one. I don't know, there's just something about that second one.
I know.
Like a knight in shining armor.
Do you know what?
Sorry. I like that song, Glory of Love.
You know one that I'm surprised you didn't do?
What?
Teen Wolf.
Oh!
How did you forget Teen Wolf?
I didn't forget Teen Wolf. I just didn't want to load it down with a bunch of Michael J. Fox movies.
Well, the honorable mention, you can just throw that mess in.
Alright, so, honorable mentions. Teen Wolf.
You gotta do them all. Don't do them all.
Bright Lights, Big City. Secret of My Success. The list could go on. But I won't do that.
I remember Doc Hollywood.
But that came out in the 90s.
So you're gonna put that on your 90s list?
I am.
Spoiler.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, so next time.
Next time.
Our next one will be on May the 14th.
May the 14th.
And we're going to do the top 10 worst 80s movies.
Top 10 worst.
I don't like it when he does that, but yet he continues to do so. Also, the review of Captain America Civil War, which apparently is my turn to buy the tickets.
It is your turn to buy the tickets.
So, we're going to be watching that probably, I guess, next weekend, because it opens next weekend.
Yes, after I get off from work. Because I have to work next weekend.
Yes. So that's what you have to look forward to. The worst movies, and trust me, there's more than 10. I came up with 10, but I probably could have gone on for a little bit.
I haven't even started my
I think
worst
that
yet.
I might add some dishonorable mentions, because there's a lot. That's all I've got.
All right. Well, it's been fun. And see you, or, well, we don't really see you.
Well, I'm going to see you.
Yeah, yes. So until next time. May 14th, that's the next time.
Yes.
Have a great day. Say goodnight, Michelle.
Good night, Michelle.